change our life. The way I understand, you can do many things from the smartphone itself. You want to start an oven, okay, oven will start and cook food by the time you reach home. So all those things are there. So they are very imaginative. So I think these three, four, if you want to add, and you select, and then make presentation, and then we record, and we play it back. They'll be very interesting. So how much time do you want to? I am confident. Today you will not have any problem. Those who had come last time, you will not have any. So only thing is that rule, thumb rule is, okay, if you have to speak for 10 minutes, be ready to speak for 20 minutes. That is the thumb. But if you find 10 minutes is too much, how much time you want to speak? But something, you see, something good will come only in 10 minutes means about 1200 words or 1300 words.
If you can prepare for more, that would be better.
No. You aim to prepare for 20 minutes in that case. Yes. Aim to prepare for 20 minutes, yes. Get on to the job. So, time.
topic, social media, I think we can all relate to it in a better way. I don't foresee anyone of us not having an account on Facebook. Twitter probably, maybe we are not so used to. I mean, that's my feeling in the first place. But at least Facebook, we should all be having an account, and we'll be using it at least twice a day, once in the morning and once before we sleep, at least. Actually the topic that I want to talk about is what I decided is I will talk about various users, various set of users who use Facebook and associated advantages and disadvantages to each group. So what I will do is the different types of set of users that I can foresee using Facebook are let's say students from schools and colleges, certain set of corporates, certain set of people who want to advertise their stuff, certain set of families, friends, colleagues, and there is a certain set of people who probably use it for the wrong concerns, some like terrorist attacks and other purposes. So overall, I would just like to talk about each one of this set of users in detail. So probably going back to school and colleges, I think we all relate to it in a better way. I think if I relate to myself going back 10-15 years, it used to be very difficult to start a conversation with a girl I'm interested in at that point of time. But I think it's better now. I mean, when I see school and colleges people moving around, I think the various facilities that particularly Facebook provide of checking into a certain location and knowing the names, knowing the photographs and other details, I think it's quite a useful feature for teenagers to interact with the person they like. It used to be a lot difficult when I was in school and college. I mean, we used to strive hard to get a number of a girl. It used to take months and years, and I mean, by the time I had a number, I had forgotten altogether. So that's one of the main advantages that I can foresee when I relate to myself personally. Going forward, I think another use that I started seeing of Facebook from a student or college perspective is I've seen professors posting articles, posting question paper sets on Facebook, creating groups. It's a common place wherein professor says there's no lecture tomorrow probably. It used to be difficult earlier. You used to call one of the students and they used to call internally. But with this particular social media, I think it's become quite simple to propagate the communication, the message across. There can be many more such, but I think given the time constraint, I will just relate one or two advantages and disadvantages. So I think that's what I see from a college student college students and school students advantage. Disadvantage, I think we can quite relate to. If we see VTV, V Channel, MTV, there are quite popular shows which talk about misuse of Facebook photographs and other stuff, and students committing suicide. And so, I mean, that's one of the major concerns. Facebook being so popular, and I mean, if you can remember, there was something called as Orkut at some point of time, and it's no more in place. There were certain features which Orkut used to provide, Facebook doesn't provide. Important feature being tracking who has visited your profile. So that was one in Orkut, and the Orkut is no more in the market. But I mean, that's one of the main feature which Facebook provides, and that can be a cause of problem because you're not aware of who is actually looking at it. Moving forward, I will just go on to another set of users described about advertisements and corporates. The advantage that I foresee here is, I mean, we all know about collaborativity. It came from nowhere, a single post on the Facebook, and it just went viral. And it's one of the biggest success of that particular year. I don't remember the year, but it was one of the great mode of advertisement, I suppose. In terms of disadvantage that I personally see, for example, if I am searching something on a Snapdeal, on Amazon, the moment I log on to Facebook, I can only see advertisement related to what I searched before. So there's some kind of information, my personal stuff is carried across, technically speaking, in cookies and other stuff, and I think it's been misused because it's been tracked somewhere, it's been shared somewhere, and I think that's I'm not getting proper words, but I think that's a misuse that I can foresee from corporate and advertisers in terms of social media. Going ahead to the families, friends, I suppose it's a great media to share your photos across, people put in comments and a lot of stuff, but the downside to it I foresee being people try to communicate less, there is less of a personal touch I suppose. Because earlier, in earlier days we used to at least give a call to a friend saying happy birthday, but now we straight away copy and paste the comment above and send it across without actually knowing whose birthday it is. I mean, you log on to the Facebook, you see update, you just copy the statement and paste it across saying happy birthday. So yeah, that's it. The last one being terrorist. I am not actually aware of how they use it, but I heard that it's been misused. It being a viral and easiest way of communication without any tracking. So that's the most used way of communicating and coordinating unwanted events. So yeah, that's my thoughts about it. Any questions? Any suggestions? Any?
Yes, ask questions. That's very, yes.
Do you see one of the enhancement in Facebook, just like and dislike button, you can have propose button?
I think it's a good suggestion.
Yes, any other question?
You said that Facebook doesn't provide who visited a profile, but I think it provides whom I want to expose my profile to. So I can keep it private. I can say, okay, only my friends can visit or view my photographs. So it has better privacy features than other apps in the market.
Actually, that makes sense. But what happens is the more you have access to, there's some new features in Facebook. If you forget your password, if you go and check back and use that particular functionality, it's quite easy to get into anyone else's profile if you just have the person's mobile phone next to you. And if you go and watch VTV, MTV and the stuff that's been shown, it's not unknown people who are trying to catch you. It's someone from your friend circle. So it's normally people around you have created problems rather than a totally unknown person.
One of the things regarding Facebook, I just received one message a couple of days back which was saying that happy father was going to see her small girl off to the school, dropped her at the school and just posted on Facebook that, yeah, my daughter's first day at school. And somebody misused it, downloaded the photo from Facebook, and that poor girl was handed over to human trafficking, child trafficking, and she was sold out. And before the father could actually go to the school and pick her back up, she was already sold to somebody else. So sharing of photographs on Facebook, setting it as your profile pictures is to some extent misusing persons can actually make good use of that for themselves. So that is one of the worst features that I thought about Facebook is all about.
Thank you.
Any other question? Comments?
How do you think Facebook is making money and become one of the richest or biggest company of the United States?
I think I talked about corporates and advertisers. I think that's the major source of income, because I think information is highly paid. So the information about a particular, that's what I said, when I search for a particular thing, it gets captured and it keeps on throwing me similar advertisements when I log in. And personal information is at the highest cost, I suppose. I've seen certain television episodes wherein personal information in terms of what diseases you have, what kind of products you use, is sold at a very high rate. And typically IT industry guys doing it. I mean, the episode that I saw was related to a person using database and selling each entry at a particular cost. So I think information is what is important, and that's what is making money from.
Yes, they note the trend.
Yeah.
What are liked. So it is good for marketing. It's a very good marketing tool, and that data is also sold. Any other question? Any other comment? Okay, give him a big hand. Now this says
Thank you.
I think I'm audible clearly. Without this, it's fine.
No, we need.
No,
We
for
need a
recording.
recording. Okay, fine.
And
Yeah.
please don't move it too much.
Topic I'll be taking up is a smartphone. I'm not a really smart person to speak on a smartphone, but yes, one of the topic basically I like among these things. And just to start with, I'd just like to tell my story how I got my first smartphone and the early days, what really has happened. In fact, I was gifted on my birthday by my wife, and it all happened at Washi station. She suddenly went away and got some packet, put the SIM card and handed it over back to me. And I was in a different train compartment than where she was, and she just tried. And I was not knowing how to, receive a call, because all the time I was telling all my colleagues having brilliant phones and I'm using the same old button phone, and that's the reason she gifted. So the first comment and our first call was ended in, my neighbor who was standing beside me helped me in just picking up that phone, how to attend a call. And what she said is, you're not really a smart person to use a smartphone. So this is how it all started. And I'm just remembering back the early days. I'm a person who really sweat more. And I used to always have a habit of picking up phone wherever it is required. And early days, it was all trouble for me. I mean, I used to just slide on the screen and nothing used to happen. And every day I used to curse on, oh, this is not a good phone, not a good phone. It went to an extent to a bigger level of fights and all among us saying, oh, I gifted something and you don't like it because you don't know how to use it. So I said, okay, smartphone, they should give some paper napkin or something for everyday use. So, I mean, fun apart, this was something it all started with. I'd like to share a very interesting experience. Only yesterday it has happened. My son called me and he asked me, are you in meeting? Papa, are you in meeting? I said, why? I said, no, are you in meeting? I said, no, I'm not in meeting, I'm desk. And then I thought, I just guessed something. I told my colleagues who were sitting beside me, the fellow testers and developers, and said, there must be some plan in his mind. Now the plan was he wanted to see Pogo on a television channel. And what I've done is, because he doesn't, he's a king at home, wherever he is at home and I'm not around. So he only fears me to an extent what is really required to control your kid in this age. And he wanted to see Pogo. And once or twice what I've done is I just recorded and I showed him the recording. I said, even when I'm in office, so I can see on my computer what you're doing back at home. So he knows that clearly. And now he wanted to see the Pogo channel and he wanted to ensure that I'm not on my desk. So he just asked me whether you are in meeting or not. So this is one thing. I mean, imagine the way it all has gone, the uses of smartphone, and it really has become now a part of our life. I mean, sharing the good experiences of it, I mean, always it starts a lot of debates. I mean, earlier it used to be cricket scores to discuss with, sometimes politics, sometimes some traffic rules and all to discuss about. Now, every day we just go out of our office near Indrayani, and one of the discussion which is happening is a new smartphone model which has been launched with all those hardwares which I really don't understand. And then that eternal fight between the iPhone and the Android and what. I know it just shows that the way of use of smartphone has gone to an extent that people started to look at it as a daily sort of need. Now, why it was successful in getting that? Recently, last weekend itself, I was in Goa, and probably those who have traveled to Goa, they know all the big hotels are on the shore, and there are not much of food outlets over there. You can find liquor shops every now and then, but you also require some food in between, apart from the liquor. So all the time we were using that navigation provided by Google very successfully, and it's one such event where I came to know that having a smartphone at hand is really a great thing. I mean, we are really very comfortable while moving here and there,